Okay, picture this. These jagged peaks, like tearing at the clouds, watching over a civilization that feels almost lost in time.
Mhm.
And down below, stones laid centuries ago seem to whisper secrets. Nearby, this vibrant city is humming. It's Cusco, this amazing mix of ancient empires and uh, colonial charm.
Yeah, Machu Picchu and Cusco. They really do get under your skin. It's kind of magnetic.
Totally. And what's so interesting is figuring out why. Like, what is it about this part of Peru that just keeps pulling people in?
That's exactly what we're digging into today. We've looked at a bunch of travel analysis, trying to pull out the real core of what makes Machu Picchu and Cusco so special.
Right. So if you're thinking about a trip, this should give you the essential insights. Our mission really is to unpack why these places have such lasting appeal, but also cover the practical stuff you need to know.
Exactly. We'll go through, what makes them unique, the history, the landscapes, then the key things to actually do, the food you got to try, where to stay, getting around.
Costs. Definitely need to talk costs.
Oh, yeah. And the best time to visit, plus some cultural pointers and, importantly, safety stuff.
So where does this magic actually come from? What makes this place different?
Well, let's start with the big one, Machu Picchu. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of the new 7 wonders of the world.
Which tells you something right there, doesn't it?
It does, but honestly, that's just the start. Think about it. We still don't really know what Machu Picchu is for. A royal escape? A religious site? Something else.
That mystery is part of the appeal, I guess.
Definitely. That plus the sheer genius of building it. I mean, this complex city built with incredible precision, way up on a mountain ridge, fitting so perfectly into the landscape.
The engineering is mind-blowing. Those stones cut so perfectly they didn't need mortar.
Exactly. It's remarkable for its time. Just staggering.
And then there's Cusco. It's not just the jumping off point. It has its own deep history.
Oh, absolutely. Cusco was the heart, the real center of the Inca Empire. When you walk around Cusco, you're literally walking on layers of history.
You can see it, right? The Inca walls underneath the Spanish buildings.
Yeah, that's what's so special. You see these massive, perfectly fitted Inca stone foundations, and then built right on top are these colonial-era structures. It's like a visual story of conquest and blending.
That contrast must be really striking.
It really is. It tells you so much. But it's not just the cities, is it? The landscape itself feels fundamental.
Oh, totally. The Andes around there.
Yeah.
They're just breathtaking. This sacred valley, especially these dramatic mountains, fertile land, the cloud forests, it's stunning.
The scenery is a huge part of it. And that dramatic change in altitude you mentioned.
Right, that affects the plants and animals too.
It does, yeah. You get these different microclimates, so the biodiversity is incredible. You notice the vegetation changing as you travel from Cusco down towards Machu Picchu. And seeing these ancient ruins nestled in that kind of scenery, it really speaks to this deep Inca connection to the land.
So it's more than just history lessons and nice views. There's a sort of spiritual layer too.
Precisely. The whole area has immense historical and, spiritual weight. For the Incas, the mountains, the rivers, the sun, the moon, they were sacred. Places like Machu Picchu weren't just towns. They were tied into their whole view of the cosmos, their rituals.
You can almost feel that still.
I think so. There's a certain reverence, and it's not just the past either. You've got living culture there today.
Right, it's not just ruins. People's lives are connected to that history.
Exactly. You have vibrant indigenous communities, mainly Quechua people, keeping traditions alive, language, crafts, weaving. Experiencing that adds a whole other rich dimension.
Okay, so given all that, what are the actual experiences, the must-do activities if you're planning a trip?
Well, number one, obviously, is exploring Machu Picchu itself. It's why most people go.
What's that like, finally stepping onto the site?
It's genuinely a once-in-a-lifetime thing. There are different set paths or circuits you follow now, showing you different parts of the citadel, different views. Getting a guide is really worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They bring it to life, explain the history, the theories, point out details you'd just walk past otherwise. And timing matters. Getting there early, less crowded, maybe see the sunrise. It's pretty special.
And for the hikers, the Inca Trail.
Ah, the classic Inca Trail. It's legendary, but you absolutely need to know about the permits. They limit numbers strictly, so you have to book months in advance. Seriously, they sell out fast.
And it's tough, right?
It's a challenging multi-day trek, yeah. Definitely need to be prepared. But hey, if you can't get a permit or want something different, there are amazing alternatives. The Salcate Trek, the Lars Trek.
Equally amazing views.
Absolutely stunning mountain scenery. A really rewarding journey to Machu Picchu, and often a bit more flexible to book.
Okay, back to Cusco. Sounds like you need to spend some real time there, too.
Definitely don't just rush through Cusco. You've got the Plaza de Armas, the main square. It's gorgeous, with the huge cathedral. Then Coricancha,
The Temple of the Sun.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Incredible Inca stonework there, now part of a convent. And Sacsayhuaman, the fortress overlooking the city. Those massive stones are just unbelievable.
And outside Cusco, the Sacred Valley seems packed with sights.
It really is. Day trips are perfect. You can hit the Pisac Market. It's huge and colorful. The Ollantaytambo Fortress is amazing. Feels like a living Inca town. Then you've got the weird and wonderful Maras salt pans and the Moray terraces.
The circular ones.
Yeah, they think they were maybe an Inca agricultural lab. Really fascinating.
What about connecting more with the local culture?
Well, a Peruvian cooking class is a great idea. Fun, you learn about local ingredients, and you get to eat amazing food.
Always a bonus.
Right, or maybe a traditional weaving workshop. You see the skill involved in those beautiful textiles. And honestly, just wandering the local markets, not just the touristy ones, that gives you a real feel for daily life.
And for the adrenaline junkies.
The Sacred Valley's got you covered. Whitewater rafting on the Urubamba River, mountain biking on trails, horseback riding, plenty of options for adventure.
Wow, okay. History, culture, adventure. All that exploring has got to build an appetite. Let's talk food. Peruvian cuisine is huge now, isn't it?
Oh, it's massive. Globally recognized. It's this incredible fusion, indigenous ingredients, Spanish influences, African, Asian. They all comes together in these really unique, vibrant flavors.
So what are the absolute must-try dishes? The things you cannot miss?
Okay, number one, ceviche. You just have to. Fresh fish, usually sea base, cured in lime juice with onions, chili. It's so bright and zingy and refreshing.
Sounds amazing. Wealth.
Lomo saltado, it's a classic stir-fried beef strips, onions, tomatoes, soy sauce, and crucially French fries mixed in, usually served with rice. So good.
French fries in the stir fry.
Yep, it works. Then there's ají de gallina, that's a creamy, slightly spicy chicken stew, usually yellow from the ají amarillo pepper. Very comforting.
Okay. And for the more adventurous eaters?
Well, you could try alpaca steak. It's very lean, quite tasty. And then there's gu,
Giki pig.
roasted guinea pig, yeah. It's a traditional Andean dish. Definitely an experience.
Huh. Maybe I'll stick to the lomo saltado first. What about staple ingredients or drinks?
Quinoa obviously is huge. It's an ancient grain, super nutritious, used in soups, salads, all sorts. Drink-wise, you absolutely have to try the pisco sour.
The national cocktail.
That's the one. Pisco brandy, lime juice, egg white, bitters, dangerously easy to drink. And chicha morada, it's a non-alcoholic drink made from purple corn, cloves, cinnamon. Really refreshing, a bit sweet. You see it everywhere.
Sounds like you can eat really well at different price points, too.
Totally. You've got amazing high-end restaurants in Cusco doing really creative stuff. Then you have the traditional picanterias, which are like local lunch spots serving hearty home-style food. And the market stalls. Great place to try snacks and local specialties cheaply. Lima, of course, is like a world food capital now. Some top restaurants there.
Okay, fueled up and ready for bed. Accommodation. What are the options like in Cusco and around there? Price ranges.
Cusco's got a huge range. For budget travelers, loads of hostels, basic guest houses. You can find dorm beds from, say, $15 USD a night, maybe 40, 100 Peruvian sols. Private rooms in budget places might be $40, $100 USD, maybe 100, 300 PEN.
Okay, reasonable. What about mid-range?
Moving up, you get comfy hotels, lots of charming boutique places, especially in the historic center. Think maybe 60 to 150 USD a night, so 300 PEN plus. Airbnbs around too, maybe 100 PEN for a room, 300 for an apartment. Big chains start appearing here too, maybe 375 PEN and up.
And if you want to go luxury?
Then you've got some beautiful high-end hotels, gorgeous lodges, especially out in the Sacred Valley. Amazing views, spas, the works. Prices start around $200 USD a night and go way up. An upscale budget could easily be 800 USD a day or more.
What about Aguas Calientes, the town right below Machu Picchu?
Yeah, Aguas Calientes has a mix too, mostly focused on Machu Picchu visitors. Everything from budget hostels to some surprisingly nice hotels. It's super convenient for an early start at the ruins.
Any specific recommendations?
Well, we saw mentions of places like Cocopelli or Wild Rover hostels in Cusco for budget. Hospedaje Turístico Recoleta is a decent budget hotel there. The Point in Mancora, Arquipe Backpackers in Arequipa, Loki del Mar in Mancora, Wild Rover Huacachina, Black Llama or Waikiki Hotel in Lima. El Alberga in Ollantaytambo is often mentioned as a nice mid-range spot in the Sacred Valley. Lots of good options.
Great pointers. Okay, getting around. How do you actually get to Cuzco and Machu Picchu and navigate the area?
Right, so most international flights land in Lima at Jorge Chavez Airport. From there, you'll take a short domestic flight, usually about an hour, hour and a half, to Cusco's airport.
And the famous train journey to Machu Picchu.
That's the main way. It's a really scenic ride. You'll usually take Peru Rail or Inca Rail from Cusco, or often from Ollantaytambo in the Sacred Valley, down to Aguascalientes.
The town at the bottom.
Exactly. The train follows the Urubamba River. The views are fantastic. Then from Aguascalientes, it's a short zigzagging bus ride up the hill to the Machu Picchu entrance.
And within Cusco City itself.
Cusco's historic center is super walkable. That's honestly the best way to explore it. For longer distances, taxis are everywhere. Ride-hailing apps like Uber work well in Cusco and Lima too, often cheaper than regular taxis.
What about exploring the Sacred Valley villages?
You can do organized tours, of course, or, for a more local experience, use the collectivos.
Those are the shared vans.
Yeah, minivans that run set routes between towns. Really cheap, like maybe 10 PEN a ride. You just hop on and off. Or you can hire a private taxi for the day for more flexibility, but obviously that costs more.
Any other transport tips for Peru in general?
Local buses in cities are dirt cheap, like 1.50 to 3 PEN. There's a train from Lima into the Andes, but it's not really a common tourist route. Renting a car, generally not recommended. Driving can be challenging.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And hitchhiking isn't really advised for safety. Stick to buses, collectivos, taxis, Uber in the cities.
Okay, super practical. Now, the big question for many, costs. What's a realistic budget for this kind of trip?
It varies hugely, obviously. But okay, for a budget backpacker, maybe aiming for $40 to $80 USD a day. That's like 185 PEN-ish. Staying in hostels, eating cheap menu del dia lunches, using collectivos, focusing on free or low-cost stuff.
Makes sense. Mid-range.
For a more comfortable trip, decent hotels or private rooms, eating out a bit more, maybe some tours. The train to Machu Picchu, you're probably looking at $100 to $200 USD per day. Say around 550 PEN.
And luxury.
If you're doing high-end hotels, fine dining, private guides, maybe the fancy trains, easily $250 USD plus per day. Could be 800 PEN or much more.
What are the biggest single costs that drive those budgets up?
Definitely the Machu Picchu entrance ticket. It's not cheap. The train tickets to Aguascalientes add up too. And if you do the Inca Trail, the permit is a significant expense. Those are the big three for most people.
Any killer tips for saving some cash?
Oh yeah, loads. Eat at local markets. Find those menu del dia places for lunch. Usually soup, main, drink. Super cheap and filling.
Good one.
Booking tours, sometimes you can get deals by booking in groups or last minute, but not the Inca Trail. Book that way ahead. Consider the alternative treks like Salcantay, often cheaper. Bring a water bottle with a filter. Buying bottled water constantly gets expensive and generates plastic waste. Tap water is not safe to drink.
Right. Filter bottle is key.
Use collectivos and Uber. Check out free walking tours in Cusco and Lima. Great orientation. Use a student ID if you have one. Might get discounts. Limit the fancy meals. Maybe look into Peru Hop. If you're traveling between cities, it's a hop-on, hop-off bus aimed at travelers.
Yeah.
And happy hour for pisco sours.
Huh. Essential tip. Okay, timing. When is the absolute best time to go?
Well, the most popular time is the dry season, May to October. You generally get sunny days, comfy temperatures in the Andes, like 20, 25 Celsius, 68, 77 Fahrenheit. Perfect for trekking.
Inside.
It's peak season. More crowds, higher prices.
What about the wet season, November to April?
You get rain, especially January to March. But the landscapes are incredibly lush and green. Fewer tourists, maybe lower prices. Just got to be prepared for showers. And the Inca Trail usually closes in February for maintenance. Also remember, the coast gets hot then, like 25, 35 Celsius.
So maybe the shoulder months, April, November.
Yeah, they can be a really good compromise. Decent chance of good weather, fewer crowds than peak season. Kind of the best of both worlds, potentially.
Any big festivals to aim for or avoid?
Inti Raymi, the Festival of the Sun in Cusco, is huge. It's on June 24th. Amazing spectacle, but Cusco will be packed. Also, if the Amazon is part of your trip, June to September is often best fewer mosquitoes.
Good to know. Beyond the logistics, what about the culture, the people?
Yeah.
What should visitors be aware of?
Peru has this incredibly rich indigenous heritage, especially the Quechua culture in the Andes. You'll find people are generally really warm, welcoming, hospitable.
Language.
Spanish is dominant, but especially in rural areas, you'll hear Quechua spoken. Knowing even a few basic Spanish phrases, hello, thank you, please, goes a long way, shows respect.
And the crafts.
Oh, the textiles are stunning. The weaving, the colors, also pottery, beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
And super important culturally and physically. Respect the altitude. Take it easy when you first arrive in Cusco. Seriously.
Okay, finally, let's talk safety. Critical stuff. What are the main concerns?
Top of the list for this region.
Oh.
Altitude sickness, adoche, it's real. Drink loads of water. Rest up when you arrive in Cusco. Avoid big meals and alcohol initially. Don't plan heavy activity for day one. If you're trekking, definitely arrive a few days early, like 3 to 5 days, to acclimatize properly.
Got it. What else?
Petty crime exists, like pickpocketing or bag snatching, especially in crowded places like markets, bus stations, tourist hotspots. Just be aware of your surroundings, keep valuables secure. In Lima, maybe avoid walking alone late at night outside the main tourist districts like Miraflores or Barranco. Smaller towns are generally safer.
Scams.
Yeah. Be aware of common ones. Unlicensed taxis, overcharging, maybe overly pushy vendors. Stick to registered taxis or use apps like Uber.
And the water.
Definitely don't drink the tap water. Bottled water, or better yet, use that filter bottle we talked about. Life Straw is a popular brand.
Makes sense.
And just generally, be a respectful tourist. Ask before taking photos of people. Be polite. Learn a few words. The emergency number is 014. Tourist police exist in bigger cities if you need help. For solo female travelers, Peru is generally considered safe. With the usual precautions, watch your drink, don't walk home alone intoxicated, trust your gut.
And insurance?
Oh, absolutely essential. Get comprehensive travel insurance that covers medical emergencies, altitude sickness issues, theft, cancellations. Don't skip it.
This has been incredibly thorough. It really paints a picture of why Machu Picchu and Cusco are just so compelling. That blend of ancient history, living culture, jaw-dropping landscapes, the food, the adventure.
It really is an unparalleled mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
And as you think about planning a trip, consider what draws you most. Is it the mystery of the Incas, the challenge of the trek, the colors of the market, the taste of ceviche?
Yeah, there's something for almost everyone.
Definitely. Peru offers this incredible spectrum.
And maybe thinking about all this leaves you with a final thought. What does it really mean to connect with a place like this, so steeped in history, so vibrant with culture? Is it just ticking off the sights? Or is it something more? Understanding the story, respecting the people, maybe carrying a little bit of that Andean spirit back with you? What discoveries are waiting for you in the heart of the Inca Empire?